I've got the grip, and he tucks his chin. So this makes noise. So I can either go over or I can go under, but I want Steve's face up. So I just use a ratchet. So all I'm doing is just turning to lift his chin up. So I find if I go for the second one, it just gives me something to ratchet against, but I just turn my thumb. It actually puts it on. It goes tighter because he comes into the choke. If he does it from the when he's on the bottom of mount, it's horrible. So all I'm doing is just ratcheting it up. So it's not, I wouldn't even let that, I wouldn't even stop myself going for it. I just consider that part of the thing, and then right at the finish, I deal with it. I just ratchet it up. Yeah, it's not a good idea to defend the choke. It's a good question, because a lot of people do it, but it's a terrible idea. Yeah, you just lift it. They can't stop you. Like, they're gonna have to take their face out of it. There's no one's gonna just bury their face in that. You're just lifting their chin up anyway. So it's not
the way that felt there, there's pressure. I move a bit, it fills the gap in. Move a bit, it fills the gap in again.
Does it work off the undergut as well? Then?
Yeah, it makes no odds. It makes absolutely no odds. It just depends which side I am, but I tend to find if he turns his chin down, right, it could slow me. I just find I think it's his personal habit, but I mean, I could still ratchet it even at the beginning. Tuck your chin. You know, it might change the angle of what I'm going to do to him sometimes, but like I think switching to the other side is the best way to do it. And I think having this in place gives me something to lift against when he's tucking his chin. But yeah, it's not a legitimate defence. It's just going to make the strangle worse later on. Anything else on that thought?
If the guy on top postures out,
Yeah.
he's moving away from you.
Yeah.
Are you wasting your time trying to get the choke on?
No,
Okay.
I just chase it.
Okay.
I go with it because this is the whole point of this. It's like a jab. It's like a jab. You know, we could be in open guard here. This is more likely when I'm in some kind of open guard that he's going to really posture up and go away, and I just go with it. So I start. This is what Kron does. You know, Kron does this at the highest levels. He gets this here, and it's basically if the guy's good, it's like if you're going to come near me to pass the guard, you're going to have to give me half of a strangle. That's a big problem for the guy now, for Steve, because he's got to deal with that. So if he keeps posturing up, when he postures up, he goes away from me. And this is what Kron does to people at the highest level. He ends up in this loop choke. He just goes above them, stops their head down, and he goes into another strangle. And all he's really doing is just, again, we're just shutting this again, just by going over the top. Yeah. So that's part of the idea. If he's posturing up, he's moving away from you. He's not trying to get near you. He's moving away. And then so you just reconnect it. And it's like now you're dictating where the fight's going, where it's going to take place. Yeah. Anything else on that talk? So I'll show